You are live, what's up? We are on stream.
All right, so hello and welcome, friends. This is day 7 of Chess Masters Premier League, the first day of quarterfinals that we are having, and with us is a special guest, Grand Master Tejas Bakre, the first ever Grandmaster to play in a boxing match. He is 41 years old. He has seen life more than any one of us. He has seen everything, and he played. I think he was one of the first grandmasters, FIDE rated trainers out of Gujarat. He's such amazing guy, and he is with us on the stream. Let's have Tejas Bakre, the grandmaster, on the stream. Durgesh, let's have the transition and welcome Tejas on the stream.
Thank you so much. Thanks a lot.
How are you, Tejas? How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I think what an exciting event.
Are you following the event? Do you know how the event is going on?
I actually, yeah, I mean, saw the format and all, and I knew that today the round of 16 was going to start.
Yes,
And
yes.
I think it's a brilliant initiative, especially when I see the League of Universities, the absolute top niche universities of the country, also abroad. And what is amazing is, few actually of my students who have trained in the past few years are also part of this event. So that,
Wow, wow,
makes
wow,
it even more uh,
wow, wow. So
exciting to see,
we
what a
have
great
we have
effort is going on.
we have a participation of about 70 plus colleges. There's people coming from Cuba. There's people coming from Dubai. There's students coming in from USA. They're coming from
Right.
UK. So many different universities, top seeds, highly rated players, and then there were so many names in the Indian chess community that we did not know.
Right.
COEP coming in, I think BBD Lucknow coming in. They did not qualify for the round of 32 and now not even for round of 16, but they had such an amazing spirit for game, right? Everybody participated, even if they had some few players, they all participated in the event.
I know. Actually, you see, the exciting thing is that the time control is 3 plus 0. So that gives a lot of chance for players to create a lot of upsets. This
Yes.
format is actually, very, very exciting. And I think all must be aware that, in fact, in the esports, chess has been included. So I think that is going to be a really big breakthrough for, chess in becoming more and more popular, or while, getting into the Olympic stuff. So this is, of course, the first inroad. And I think the format there is also the Blitz format. So
This is,
it's really going to be great.
just a small correction there. We have a blitz plus bullet, and what has
Yeah, I
happened?
saw
Yeah,
3
what
plus
has
0 plus
happened
upper. Yeah.
in different rounds is that there's a lot of upset that happens in the bullet. People have made, let's say 5 point lead. So I think MNIT. I don't
You could
remember
take
the.
an example of Goa United. They had to
Yeah,
chase off about like
yeah.
14 points. They were like falling behind from position 2. They were on third rank and they needed to about 14 points, if I'm not wrong, to jump up to second rank from third. And the top two teams were to qualify. I believe you follow that format, right? So
So see, online bullet is of course it's like very interesting because it all depends on how fantastic you are with the mouse movements. It's not
obviously,
necessary just pure chess skills. Your mouse skills come into play as far as bullet is concerned. So
definitely.
that can change everything. Bullet can actually change everything.
That is one reason why we kept it like this, a blitz where your team can excel, where everybody can play,
Right,
and then a bullet where actually your top players can compete amongst themselves. Even if your bottom board isn't that good on bullet, you could have some good
right,
people
right.
in bullet. And also we also saw in the whole transition that at some point we did see that people who were not very good at blitz actually had a very decent strong like hold on bullet, and people who are not good at bullet were actually performing in blitz. So we wanted to give both the options to people so the teams
Oh,
won't
it's
feel
good.
that okay.
Also, the beauty is, the you are creating a very strong ecosystem. By
Yes,
getting in the topmost niche universities competing, you're also building a strong ecosystem for the future, which is going to be helpful for chess. And as you see, there will be a lot of players who would have played chess at a very good level, and there were a lot of players who would have wanting to play chess at a good level, but because of the study pressures they would have. But here they again get an opportunity to show their skills. Plus, here there is no pressure. it is
Yes,
fun. And probably they may not have been able to play with the top players during their playing days, but here, they get a chance. And they can also score. I mean, obviously there would have been, tons and tons of upsets in this kind of
obviously.
formats.
One thing that I would put in, like, I'll just plug in something very personal. Me as a person, as an individual, I never played chess. Like, the last time I played chess was just with my dad for fun, where he doesn't know how a knight moves, and I don't know where to put the rook. So we just played something like how you would see on YouTube videos how ChatGPT played against Stockfish, taking anything from anywhere. That was our chess. And then I joined this team.
Hmm.
We worked on chess, and now I have that ambition of, yes, I could at least reach some kind of a rating like an FM. So I'm
Right.
aiming for an F. I won't aim for a grandmaster. That's way beyond my league at the moment. But I can aim
Yeah.
for what I can achieve. So I'm aiming for an FM level rating, something like that.
No, that's what, So I mean, you just multiply the number of chess players when you hold events like this. And also, there is a buzz in the campus, in the university, and, people around also want you to win. So that creates a lot of excitement, and it's really good for the growth of chess.
Tejas,
Definitely.
I want to ask you this. You just mentioned, in the online bullet, people have to be very creative with the mouse. They have to be very quick with the mouse. And you come from a time where online chess was not that popular, right? We look at Arjun, we look at Gukesh. They have all trained over websites. They have all trained over computers now. But
Right, right.
during your time, when you started chess, how was it like? And what was your experience of getting in the first few halves of the ratings and all that process? What was that experience like?
So what was good, I would say, in those days was, that rating used to be there in 6 months and stuff like that, and the rating used to start only about 2000. So like my first rating itself was like 2200 plus. So what happens in those days that probably you play and you study for 3 4 years and you get some basic average strength, and only then you get a rating. Now what, like anybody who knows little bit of chess, maybe even one round he wins or draws and he'll get starter rating with 1000 this thing. So that is the difference between the earlier chess and today's chess. That in those days to get a rating itself was very difficult because you need to have certain amount of standard, certain x amount of hours you have to spend, certain x amount of combinations you have to do, certain amount of opening study you need to do. So all those things were, had to be done for a player to get a rating. Today is, it's all about quick. Today information is available at one click. Probably Magnus Carlsen or maybe somebody just a young kid would probably have the same amount of information. It is very easy. The difference is like, okay, one has to still study, process the information, and then get the skills on the board. In the times when I getting a chess book used to take maybe 6 months, 1 year, 1.5 years. So that is the whole difference. Today, if you are willing to learn, willing to spend time, willing to put the effort in, then the information is absolutely available for everyone. So you just have to persist with it to try to make a mark in chess.
Right. And Tejas, you train a lot of young people coming in chess. A lot of these enthusiasts. You also mentioned that some of your students are playing in this league as well. So there's all the community that we have are students right now. So what? This is a question that we asked everybody. Vantika came in yesterday. We asked Vantika. Bukesh was there. We also asked Ramesh sir. How does a student manage that balance between chess and education? Because
Academics.
academics and chess, because we love chess, everybody wants to play chess, they want to get a higher rating, they want to get into FM, IM, NM, and then GM. Everybody wants to get, but we don't want to also leave the studies behind. So what is that Tejas Bakre teaches his students to take this forward? How does this balance to maintain?
So, my philosophy of life has always been by the age of 18 and 18 to 20, or maybe maximum 22, you should try to achieve something in chess parallel along with studies. Basically, between 20 to 40, you should be, doing something very strong in academics. Of course, if you're exceptionally talented and you can be, top 10, 20, or 30 in the world, is a completely different story. but if not, at least till that level you should achieve. And then you need to balance, maybe it's not that you are going to study 365 days 24/7, right? You need to balance it out. You will get vacations, you will have weekends, and you can take some offs, and you can manage those time into playing, and other time you can focus on your studies. So it is quite possible, to balance both these things. Also, what very important factor is that studies comes very naturally if you're good at chess. You
Right.
see, what happens is chess is kind of an undefined thing, and you have to use so many skills, whereas studies is kind of something which comes from a limited this thing, up to a certain level. Is I'm not talking about the PhDs and some great cases and where it's a totally different ball game. But otherwise, generally, most of the kids who I've seen, or even my personal experience, they are very good with studies, and they can pick up things much faster and apply things much quicker. And what happens is, even let's say you do not have that kind of knowledge in studies, but with your strong intuitive abilities that develop when you're a good chess player, you can always cope up with, and you can come out good, especially with your marks and stuff like that.
No, that's really amazing. And this is something that I personally use. I always think chess as a mathematics, right? There's a
Right.
combination and combination of moves that you have to look into, and you are also looking into the future. So it's not just
Correct.
when you're solving the pieces or the puzzle on the board, you're basically trying to analyze what other person is doing. So also,
Apart from maths, it also has a lot of scientific this thing, because logic is there, common sense is
exactly,
there.
exactly,
Plus, see, there are two aspects which you gain. One, when you are studying, you're solving puzzles. So this all things will automatically develop. And when you're playing under pressure, right? And you have it's that is where the critical thinking, that is where the decisions will come, right? It is not possible. We are not computers, right? We are humans. So when we take decisions, we base those decisions on the future things. It's not that we have seen everything,
yes,
but there is some kind of a logic, there is some kind of common, there is some kind of a risk taking ability also,
hmm,
which goes into it. So all these qualities help us when when we are cracking the big examinations, or probably cracking some big interviews, because the on the spot thinking,
right.
or the being cool and performing under pressure, is something which is possible only if you are playing chess at a any level, kind of, I would say. Especially like even blitz, blitz, sometimes you see very high quality games. Sometimes you're just calculating some amazing amount of variation in some very less time. So there are a lot of strong qualities which develop, which are always going to be helpful in whatever field of life you are in.
Right. So I think one lesson for everybody in the stream, one lesson that Tejas just taught us is that chess is not just for the game for the sake of winning matches, but there's a lot of life lessons that you can learn. Learning
Oh
problem
yes, absolutely.
solving, tactics, learning how to analyze boards, analyze future, analyze people. Also, the mindset of somebody against you. You also look at their expression, how they're playing, and psychology of human. That is also something that you
Yes,
can.
you're competing. That's a very important fact. You're competing. Plus, the biggest, you know, I would say, thing which would inculcate in your habit is fighting back, coming back. Chess is another way it is unique is you normally have this Swiss formats. It's not like knockout in other sports when
Yeah,
you lose one game and you come back. So here you have the chance of coming back, which no
right.
other sports actually gives you. So that's also a very important quality which imbibes when you are because not every time you are going to be the best. Not every time you're going to crack your interviews, or not every time you're going to win gold or stuff like that, right? It is going to be a challenge because you're in a very strong competitive field. But basically chess helps you to go through the challenges at different stages of life that you will come across.
You just mentioned, the comebacks. When are you coming back to chess? Are you going to compete in the in the bigger games now? Are we going to look you again?
Yeah, actually, I'm quite, wanting to and willing to. In fact, I would love to start with the rapids because that's my best format and used to be my forte. But you see, right now, since last couple of years, I'm heading a very important position in Air India. I'm like manager Gujarat, heading the entire Gujarat region. So right now, getting leave itself is kind of a very tough thing. I just took special leave for 2.5 months because I had to be one of the chief conductors in the chess Olympiad, and I was also coach of the Indian team there. So that's the only special leave I took, because that was a unique event which happened in our country, and I think the biggest event probably happened ever. You know, so I hope that in maybe in a couple of months I would be able to participate in some events. In fact, I love all these leagues and all. I have played a lot of leagues online. It used to be like the Pro Chess League and other stuff.
So
Definitely. We are actually planning on hosting another event similar to this one. This is like
Right.
our this is our entry into the League of Leagues, and
Arena of games. Okay.
yeah, the whole arena of leagues in the chess in the whole chess ecosystem. And
Right.
now we're looking into more leagues like this. So sooner or later, we're definitely looking into seeing you in one of these leagues. Also,
Yes,
it
yes,
will be amazing
definitely.
seeing you competing against your students, or rather, your students competing agaginst you, who
Yeah,
goes
yeah.
higher.
That's always a very exciting thing. Yeah.
Yeah, we're definitely looking into events like that, and we're definitely look into your feedback on how you feel, how this event is proceeding, and if you've been following, like
Right.
what is your feedback on that?
Tejas, one more thing. Do you have a favorite team? Since you have some students playing in the league, is there a university or college that you are focusing on?
Not really. I'm not really focused, because for me it's just like fun. Watching these are all like these games are the most. I mean, basically, Blitz and Bullet give you a lot of things which is like really enjoy. You enjoy to watch, right?
Yes.
It's like it's more of a fun kind of thing rather than seeing who is winning, who is losing. It's just like to enjoy the sport.
Yeah,
Also, there's a question.
I personally, sorry to cut you off there, sir,
No
but
worries.
I personally, what I enjoy in Blitz, especially in Bullets, because not the top league, but somewhere around the bottom board or the lower boards, what I personally enjoy is people playing and missing out on mate in ones, or missing out a hanging queen, or missing out a hanging rook, and then post the game, we when we sit with them, or when they sit with us, anything, they sit with friends, and then they discuss, look back at the game, and they're like, oh, I missed this, but this was a winning move for me. There was no chance escaping this.
So this is exactly, see, what you're doing is what is going to help make chess a spectator sport, right? Because if you see in normal games, people are not going to miss those things.
Yes.
Neither normal people are even going to understand. But here, even the top guys can miss simple things, and the most important thing is the audience can spot those things. Okay, so
Yes.
that makes it more exciting for the audience to see, analyze, and have fun with games in these formats.
Yes, yes. And there's a question that is coming in the WhatsApp chat that we have. How do we break the plateau of rating? So, for example, for me as well, I'm right now I'm not a FIDE rated, but I play leeches a lot. But in the blitz category, I'm spot on at 1300. I'm not moving ahead. I'm not going down. It's a plateau that I've achieved for for last 6 months. How to break this plateau and how to get ahead in the ranking system? How to go for that?
So first, I will talk about the conventional chess, because probably that question would have come from a conventional chess point and probably not from a online rating point. So what happens is, like, almost my experience is that every 200 points you reach a plateau. Okay.
Right.
Normally, your range, it will be like 200 points, will be going plus minus. At some point of time, you will stabilize and you will not be able to go higher than that. So that is where you need to really understand, really analyze, and that is where experienced coaches come into play, because there is a switch. There is something that you might be not doing correct. It could be some opening thing, it could be some particular medieval thing, or it could be some endgame thing. It could be anything. But that is where it's very important to get it analyzed and try to find what exactly is missing in that particular. Once you identify that, the next 200 points is going to be easy. Okay,
Right.
so at every 200 points you'll reach this stage, unless you're exceptional, like Gukesh and Serene and other stuff. Okay, 26, 27, 20 years, you keep on going like that. But for general most of the players, it will be not that smooth sailing. The reason being that there will be some aspects where you are uh, doing that one particular thing, which probably is on a constant thing in all the games. So for improving that level, that you have to it's very important to analyze those s- games of those 6 months period. Try to find what is the common issue, and uh, and there are enough material, and of course any coach will be able to guide you. Okay, you probably change this variation, or you solve these puzzles, or you see these games, and once it's done, then obviously you're going to move forward from that.
This is,
As far as online is concerned, yeah, it's a little bit of a tricky thing, because see, in 10 plus 0, if you play, it's highly possible that you can find out what is, going wrong, what is missing, where you need to improve, what is the next step to do. But if in 3 plus 0, if you're stuck, it's very tough. Mostly then you should just focus on, doing lots and lots of tactics. If you improve your tactics, then probably your rating is also going to improve as far as 3 plus 0 is concerned.
right. And also we have Priyamvada, captain of Delhi University in the chat. She's asking, how should all the chess captain be according to you? She's captain of Delhi University. She has put together a very strong team. I think FM Aradhya is playing from
I
Delhi
know.
University. So she's asking this question. If you have seen a lot of captains, you have coached the team for the Olympiad as well. How should the
Yeah,
captain be?
actually, the thing is, since 2001, I have been captain in any team that I have been playing. So I have a lot of experience as a captain, and normally I have been always termed as being Captain Cool. So, see, what happens is chess is a very unique game in one thing, where it is the individual's contribution in his own game. It could be even half point. 1 point, of course, is the best contribution. But so every individual, you need to tell him to focus on the his or her game, and not to see, what is happening on the other person's board, or how is the team doing and stuff like. Because first you need to focus and give your contribution to the team. Okay, when everybody goes with that perspective, is when the team is going to do very well. And another very important aspect is that you may have very strong players, but it is not about the strong player. It is about how that particular player is performing in that particular moment. Because in chess also, very important thing is momentum.
Right.
Normally, if the momentum is good, you are going to do very well. If the moment, especially in blitz and all, momentum is, sometimes you can win 10 games in a row. If you're in bad form, you'll lose 10 games in a row, irrespective of the opponent. So sometimes you have to take these hard decisions, that let's say, if all players cannot play, you have to make some players sit. So it's very important for you to evaluate and analyze which of your player is doing well, and based on that, you need to field your team accordingly. But the
Right.
most and foremost important thing is, please go play your game and get the point for the team, whatever it is.
I think there is,
That contribution is very important.
yeah, you mentioned momentum, right? And I think we were having the discussion about momentum in the stream yesterday or day before yesterday, because King Karnan, one of the top players from ISCR Thiruvananthapuram, uh, he lost a lot of matches in the blitz category for his team. And that was because he won a couple of matches and then he started losing after one match was lost, and he lost all the streak. But then he came back in the bullet section and he continuously won all the games. So that
Right.
was something that I was also discussing in the stream that time. How important is momentum in tournament like these? And what how does a player come out when the momentum or this streak gets broken in a tournament, in a very fast paced tournament?
So in a fast-paced tournament like this, it is actually very difficult, because here you just do not get, time to think, react, and this thing. Sometimes what happens is subconscious, because it's all happening subconscious. You don't have time. So when you're making bad moves, you keep on making bad moves. It is at some point you need to take that small little break, come out of that this thing, and uh, come with a fresh look. If you are just thinking negatively, it is going to be a very tough task to get the momentum or the switch back, because here there is just no time to react. It's the same thing with, we have a lot of this 1 day rapids and 2 day rapids, where you have to play 7 rounds and 8 rounds and 9 rounds. So the time period to come back is extremely less. So here it shows that, the mental strength that we call, and also the it is normally very strong players will sense that, and they will be able to make those changes. So that will of course come with experience also.
Right, right. And Tejas, I would take some moment here from you. There's a new initiative that we have started with Chesslers. Chesslers is a new platform in chess where we have a new mechanism where you bet and play. It's a wagering platform. It's not a very usual chess platform where Tejas puts in $10, I put in $10, and whoever wins takes away $20 home. And on top of that, we have daily tournaments, that is pool of money. Everybody pools in money, and based on the ranking, you get to take the pool home. And the third category that we have launched in this particular competition, CMPL, is the team battle, where all the players in a team come together, pool money for the team, and then teams put a bet against each other, and whichever team wins takes the whole pool away. Would love to know your thoughts. You have seen chess grow from non offline chess to online chess. You have trained so many players. So some words from you, and what is it that we can do better to make it reachable to everybody?
So of course this is a brilliant idea. A lot of people including me have been thinking about this. The only thing is, I hope that you have registered in UK, because in India, if this thing goes public, you all will be in big, big, big trouble.
I'll tell you
Okay.
why.
So,
I'll tell you why I'm not afraid. I am a crypto-based company, right? I'm a blockchain-based company, so it does not matter where I'm located. My currency transaction happens on blockchain.
yeah, so that's what I'm saying. If you're because these things, unfortunately, in India, these things are not allowed. But I have recently seen that in those cricket leagues and apps have come up where they have found some kind of a way to come up with this. So obviously, this is one very very important aspect which is going to help uh, popularize this game, because if you see, the bigger the money, the bigger the sport. It's very simple,
Right.
right? Why today cricket or soccer or tennis for that matter? Because in other countries the bets and everything of course are, I mean, it's legalized in Europe and all, so it's a totally different ball game, and it's very interesting concept that is being brought by. But of course, as I said, it's a brilliant thing, fantastic thing. You just need to work around what are the mm, laws of the land. Otherwise, I think it's a great idea.
Yes, yes, there is, and that is, I think, the biggest concern for us: laws legalization, and we'll figure it out. We're not that worrisome for that. Bhavaj is here from IIT
Hello,
Kanpur. Bhavaj,
hello, sir. First of all, very good evening, and we are very happy to have you on behalf of IIT Kanpur. We are the co-organizers of the tournament. So, as a fan of you, my question was regarding chess boxing. You are the first GM
Okay.
in India to participate in chess boxing. So, I would like to know how was your experience?
Yeah, it's actually very funny because I wasn't aware that this kind of a sport existed, and that too since so long. So when one of my friends said to me, "Really? I mean, that sounds very exciting, because chess and boxing is like brain and drawn together. Like, what a brilliant combination!" And the rules are such that it does not favor any one particular person who is very strong. Also, although being a chess player, I would also always think that yeah, boxers will have an advantage because one punch and I'm down. And boxers will always think, who have not played chess, that if I make two three legal moves, I'm gone, because you start with that. But of course, a combination of both is definitely required if you really have to do well in the sport. Why I personally like the sport is because, anyway, as far as the physical fitness is concerned, let's say if you have to do boxing, you really have to train very hard. And being a chess player, obviously, anybody who learns chess will develop a lot of mental skills, which is going to be helpful. So this combination of brain and brawn is comes out to be quite a beautiful combination. So that's why I really fell in. Okay, it's a great thing to.
And are you thinking about doing it again?
I was actually, but as I had that one experience, it says that okay, it's not going to be easy. You really have to train hard, you have to slog hard. And what happens is, just like chess, right? They they may take another 20 years and still they may not be, able to reach my level. Okay, but in the same ways, like in 2 months, 6 months, I cannot get the physics that they have been building since last 10 years. I need to slog out for at least next 2 3 years to even be able to have a chance to. So it's very beautiful, it's amazing. And in fact, I was surprised that one of my students was actually a world champion in chess boxing, because when he came to know that I'm participating, he immediately messaged me. I said, okay, you do that? Yeah, because he used to do chess. I mean, at a reasonable level. It was not a national champion, but at least okay, top 20, 30 in the nationals. And he saw that this sport was available, and he, I mean, got himself trained himself in boxing and all. So obviously, someone with having a reasonable good level of chess can spend 3 4 years in physical fitness. Then yes, the scope of dominating the world is good.
both mentally and physically.
Yes, yes. It's not just one thing that you are going to survive the sport. It's just
Yes.
not
Yeah, it's what you train
possible.
physically for 2 years, and then you train mentally for 2 years, and then when you're ready, you actually sit in front of someone who's trained physically for 10 years and trained mentally for 10 months.
Yeah,
It's
it's
never, yeah, it's never equal, but it's still interesting to watch. Like, it's unequal that actually makes it interesting.
yeah. So see, for let's say I will say from both perspective. Let's say if I'm a boxer and I am not so great at chess and I cannot get that skill set. Obviously, of a grandmaster boxer is not going to get the skill set. So
Yes.
I only think I need to just knock him out,
Yes.
right? And let's say from a grandmaster's perspective, okay, I want to build up my physics this thing for two, because I want to stand. It sounds very easy. Okay, I want to stand just for 2 minutes. I want to checkmate him in the subsequent round, because first round is chess 3 minutes, then 2 rounds of boxing, 3 minutes of chess. So my thing is, if I survive those 2 minutes, then I'm going to in subsequent to this thing. But the 2 minutes of survival in the boxing field is kind of
Uh, it's a whole lifetime in the
it's
ring, I
yeah,
guess.
it's endless. Yeah. Few seconds is good enough. So that was very, very interesting and very exciting.
Dinesh, I
Plus,
think
also what I loved is in chess you cannot cheer, whereas in chess boxing there is a whole big crowd. There is this beautiful light, so it seems like you are on a very grand stage,
Yes, that's something.
and that is very good for any sport.
Also, I personally did not follow the chess boxing thing. I did see it somewhere, and I was like, okay, I'll pin this. I'll add it into my bucket list. I'll follow it sometime when I do have some bandwidth, some time free, because it did sound interesting. Like chess and boxing, how is it going? Like, are you wearing a boxing glove and playing? Like, yeah, I took your pawn. I give you one punch. You took my rook. I get one punch. It could be some. I never followed. I never knew what the rules were. I just thought
So
like,
chess boxing will be very interesting for purely who are playing chess. That would be very interesting.
yeah, amazing. Like,
we might
Because in that person with a slightly better physique will be definitely having the upper edge.
we can think of something on this note.
Yeah, maybe on one of your campuses you
Next chess
can
plus
have
event
a
we can do.
event like that. Yeah, yeah, why not?
Yeah, we can think
And
on
it's
something
just
like
a
that.
1 day event, and it's very exciting.
yeah, I think we need to plan upfront for the ambulances before we actually plan for the venue. Like we never know. Like
Yeah,
the other person might look healthy, but like one punch he's down, and then he's not even ready to play the next
yeah.
chess.
So there is always an ambulance and there are always doctors and nurses on
Yeah,
the ground.
like
That's like a mandatory thing.
when we
Whatever
planning.
basically the rules of martial arts or boxing, they are absolutely applicable. And when you're holding an event, all those are mandatory things for you to hold the event.
Yes, so
Tejas, were you afraid before this chess boxing match if this sort of thing happened with you?
No, generally, as I said, with chess, so many skill sets develop that fear is something which automatically goes off. In fact, it is the challenge which thrives you. See,
yes,
once you have achieved a level, it is the challenge in life, which thrives you. I'll just give a simple example. I had no idea about the aviation field, and I was given the biggest charge. I was the youngest ever to hold the charge of like 100 flights per week with more than 3,000 people reporting to me, and I was working 24/7. So it was not that I needed to do it, but it was just for the challenge, because I always believed a chess player can actually do almost anything and everything, and the other way around is not possible. Like,
yes,
as a grandmaster, I always believe that not everybody can become a grandmaster, but I believe a grandmaster can do almost anything and everything
Yes, yes,
yes,
as
yes.
far as any field is concerned. So I really wanted to even prove that point, whether I'm able to do that. So I mean, I've been quite successful in the last couple of years. So it's all about, your attitude of take how you take challenges in life, and that's a very strong aspect when you are playing competitive chess. It really brings in it. I mean, it really imbibes in you that quality.
Durgesh, I think we should start looking at a chess boxing event.
Yeah,
Within
I'll look for the chess, you look for the boxers, and then we'll collaborate. I'll take care of the chess. Don't put me with the boxers.
but thank you, Tejas. Thank you so much. I think we have taken a lot of your time. Thank you for joining us. Before you leave, we have heard a lot of people motivating us, giving us that the tournament is really good. But I want you to critique on it. I want some bad points from you that we can improve on in the next season. Anything that you have seen so far.
No, I think, yeah. I mean, see, basically the event has to be just more and more exciting. So what you have done is very exciting thing only, no doubt on it. It is only that how important you want the results of the bullet to have a mileage on
Right.
the final result.
Hmm.
See, you may want to, have a certain share of percentage point, because what happens, someone who is very skillful at chess and who has done a fantastic thing, or the team has done fantastic in 3-0, and just because the other team has been, lucky or has fantastic mouse distance or something happens and goes out. So that from a chess perspective, because I have playing at the topmost level. From a chess perspective, it becomes a little bit very difficult to sink that in. Although we may be playing for fun, we may be playing for but at the end of the day, when you're playing, it is competitive. You want to win, you don't want to lose. Especially when you're winning, playing in a team and all. Especially when you're representing such kind of prestigious universities, right? So everyone is here to win. So you want to remove that element of unfortunate thing as much as possible. The element of luck is always going to be there, but you don't want the element of luck to be like 70-80%. You want that element of luck to be 10-15%. So from a chess perspective, I'm saying, from the interest perspective, I think it is a brilliant and a fantastic job.
Thank you so much, Tejas sir. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for giving so many insights. I think there's so many things that I personally learned from talking to you, and so many lessons that we have gotten out of this conversation that we have had. Thank you so much for joining us, and we're looking forward whenever we host the next season, even when we have the finale. Maybe we can have you again on the team, and we can
Definitely.
Yes. Also, sir, before you leave, I have something to ask that I actually wanted to ask in the last stream to someone, but I wasn't available for some reason. So I'll just ask one of my favorite grandmasters today for it. Um, Me as a beginner, because I started, like I said, I started playing like about 2 months ago. That's
Okay.
as far as I can remember. I did play, but that was just the rook capturing the knight on the seventh rank. So that was damn weird for me. Also, I never understood
Mhm.
how that happened, but because it was my dad, I didn't wanted to counteract on that. I just say, okay, it works. Somehow it works. Let it be. So, me as a beginner, still learning chess, I find it very difficult to understand any opening beyond the first two moves. I know e4, and then I know the knight, and then I'm like, okay, what next? I don't know. The queen can go out if I move the pawn, but then my king is pinned, and then I'm done. And then everything is just okay. For the next like 8, 10 moves, everything just it's like I don't know what, but then I start realizing like okay, that could be taken, that is hanging. So in the end of the middle game is where my mind starts working. After the first two moves, I'm blank. How do I fill that gap?
See, for a beginner, there are very simple things, because it's difficult for 6-7 years old, but people who are matured enough uh, to achieve a certain level of chess is very easy. You just have to keep 2-3 principles in mind. First, have very strong control in the center. So you are already developing your pawns, you're already developing your pieces, so you already have a good piece pawn center control. Okay, king, anyway, you know how to castle, so your king is
Yes.
safe. Okay. After this is when you start making plans. Okay, that is when the maneuvering will come of the pieces. And what you're talking about, this capture thing, it's a very important, like as a very beginner, you need to simply see what all pieces and pawns can be captured and how many attacks and defenses you have. If you just do this simple thing, you will not make blunders, and you can give even a seasoned opponent also a very good long tough fight. So these are the basic things that you need to uh, see, especially and when you're making a move, whether to see that that move is, I mean, that square is in control of the opponent or not. That will help you save lots and lots of your pieces.
Okay, this makes it much easier than someone telling me to get a book and learn all the openings, because that is difficult. I tried that. It is not in my league as of now because, like I said, I forget after two moves. I don't remember what to do after two moves. I know there is something called a London opening. I know there is something called a Sicilian defense, but what after first two moves? I don't know.
Correct.
So this
Right.
is much easier to understand that, okay, three things. Also four. I'll just add one more. Uh, there's something called check, capture, and one more thing I forgot. Like,
Yeah,
yes,
so that will come in a later part when the position gets complicated, when there are pieces flying around the king.
yes,
So that is like checks, captures, and mid threats.
yes. So
That's in the tactical theory.
okay, so I'll add that. So basically, as per GM Tejas, for everybody on the stream, I'm trying to recap what he said and also to simplify for the people who did not get it. Uh, take control of the center if the opponent is not taking it. Right. So you have your pawns in the
Even
center.
if the opponent is taking it,
Okay.
that doesn't mean you
Fight
will
for
not
the
take it.
center, basically. Yeah. Basically, fight for the center. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Fight for the center and start developing. You don't want to fight just with pawns. Right. Want to put everything that you have so that you have the control on the center.
Peace
Um.
pawn center.
Yeah. Peace pawn center. Peace pawn center is like bishops, knights, and pawns. Right. Which can actually go
Right.
on the center in the beginning of the game. Right. Okay.
Right.
Again.
Answer.
Yeah.
You can you also like tell what I should do in my case? I learned chess at a very young age. I started when I was 8 years old, and I learned. I took coaching for around 4 years. So I
Okay.
reached a level of around like 2000 on chess.com and Chess. But I have stayed the same for like 3, 4, 5 years.
2000 in chess.com, Lee chess is around, let's say, 1700 1800 FIDE, which is already a reasonably good
But I
rating.
haven't improved ever since.
No, but
So
you have not improved on the online thing, or you have on the
online
offline
thing.
thing?
I haven't played a lot of offline tournaments. I
Okay,
used to play when I was
online.
younger, but yeah.
So online, is it like 3-0 you're talking or 10-0?
3-0 mostly. I rarely play 10-0.
Yeah,
So
so
should I
3-0
focus more
means
on
what is
classical?
your chess.com? Yes, no, no. So if you have to improve, as I said, even previously I had answered this. So if you want to really improve your 3-0, your tactics have to be exceptional. Okay. Your tactics have to be really, really good if you really have to improve on in 3-0. So try to work on stronger, deeper tactics where you are able to see deeper things. And also, let's say when you're playing at the rating of 2000, you're also playing strong opposition, so they're also good in tactics. So you have to also improve your defensive skills, because normally you will tend to make some mistake here there, or they will come up and use some kind of tactical ideas to beat you. So this both things you need to improve in tandem if you really have to go past that level. If you're stuck at that level this year, then this both these things you really have to work on. Improve your tactical skill and also improve your defensive skills.
Yes. Thank you, sir.
I believe that is pretty much it. We'll just have a look at if somebody is on chat. I don't think so. So there are no more questions. Um, Also, I think we took more time than we expected with you, but it was an amazing session. We loved and we also kept track of what you were saying. And for me, I'll just go back and look at the stream so that I don't forget what you said, because I am
No.
still forgetting what you said. Lot of things going in my mind. So I'll just take some time off. I'll chill out, and when I'm calm on the mind, I'll sit with your points and then I'll work on it because right here with a lot of things, thinking about chess isn't the best I could do. It will impact me negatively. So I'll not do that. But yes, your points were pretty much the best thing or the best direction I could get in simple words. Also, if you have any closing remarks on that.
No, no, no. I think Tejas sir, a lot of things as I mentioned earlier, we have learned today. A lot of things that we'll be taking home now. And thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for giving us the time. And we want to see you back on the board. Competing in the top leagues again. That is something we definitely want to see happen again. Then my
Yeah.
internet.
Thank you so much, sir. It was really an honor
Thank
and a
you.
privilege to have
Thank
you.
you. Great. Keep up the great work. And yeah, some exciting times ahead. All the best.
Thank
Yep.
you so much.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, sir.
So that was GM Tejas Bakre with us on the stream right now. He shared so many great insights with us. He told us so many new things. And if you missed on that one, just move back a little, go 15 minutes earlier. There were so many questions that we asked, so many great answers that we got out of him. And there's so much to learn. I'll just sum up in one sentence I could do for the conversation that we had. Chess is not just a game where you play to win. Chess is a game where you learn the skill of life. That is something that I took out from this conversation with Tejas sir. It was amazing for us to have, and now you have to wait another 14 minutes because in next 14 minutes we will be having the first qualifiers of the day. We are having I'm very forgetful with the team names. I'm sorry for that. Let me quickly check on that. I think we have ISC Bangalore coming on. Is it ISC Bangalore coming on?
Yes, I also believe it's Delhi University.
Is it?
I'm not sure on
One
that, but
second, it's that we have. Yeah. So we have quarterfinal three coming in. It's IISC Bangalore. IISC Bangalore competing against IIT Bombay in the first round in the round of 64. Top the tables in their round of 32. And now IISC Bangalore is competing against Delhi University, which are competing against IIT Dhanbad and MNNIT Allahabad. MNNIT Allahabad defeated Nirma University yesterday in the pool where Triple IT Delhi topped. So again, a flex for Triple IT Delhi. I'll keep on doing that. But don't forget, this is the only quarters that we will be having today. It starts at 8 p.m., 8 p.m. to 8:40, and then we have a bullet section from 8:50 to 9:15. Don't forget, you have to be here because this battle is going to be very, very, very exciting. MNNIT Allahabad, Delhi University, IITISM Dhanbad, and ISC Bangalore. Yeah, Durgesh, you were saying something.
yes, it's not just the teams now. Now, starting from the qualifiers to the end, we'll always be looking at the top boards playing against the top boards.
Oh,
The
top was
top
playing
board
good.
of some pool playing against the top board of some pool, and then we getting another top board of the current pool playing against the top board of some other pool. So the whole thing is just the top boards, the top boards. So it's just a battle getting intense, 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 and at the end, you'll find who tops the board at the end. Yeah,
Let
that
me
that was bad. I
meanwhile,
actually wanted that to be a little more dramatic, but yeah, I fucked up.
I'll quickly put down the links for Blitz round of this tournament and also the bullet round of this tournament in the chat for you folks to follow the games. Uh, Let me quickly do that. There we go. And we will just be back in 10 minutes. Durgesh, let's put up the fillers on and we will be back in 10 minutes.
Yes, we will be back in 10 minutes, guys. Go get your milk, go get your stuff, go get your shakes, syrups, whatever you want. Get your popcorns if you want, and be here in next 10 minutes. I'll be waiting for you.
Let's go. All right, that's the first question that you should ask because we have now started off with qualifier three in the Blitz category. We have Delhi University coming in, MNNIT Allahabad and IISc Bangalore against IIT ISM Dhanbad. There's a very interesting thing that has happened, Bhavas, in the Delhi University campaign. What is that very interesting thing? We just looked at it. What was that?
We have another FM today.
Yes, yes, yes. And Delhi University today is playing with two FMs. We are already aware of Aradhya Garg playing for Delhi University, and now we also have Jeet Jain joining in with only chess account. That means Delhi University in each of the stage of the tournament is getting better and better and better. This is intense. Let's see one of the games. Bhavaj, what game should we look at? What are your interests?
I think we should see Aradha's game. I think we can go
Let's
for that.
let's look at Aradhya. Aradhya.
We have the
That
third number versus the seventh number.
Yeah, let me quickly get the board on. We are looking at Aradhya playing against Abhi 2K14. Abhi 2K14 is a top board from MNNIT.
He's the seventh rated player.
Yes, yeah, he is. And right now, what is so Abhi 2K14 has an advantage, and I think that's
Aradhya is now an exchange up right now.
no, but both of them will take the bishops. Both the bishops will be off the board. Why is rather not? Yeah, that's exchange up. There's a rook against a knight that we have on the board. Okay. So that means we are missing Prem's engine a lot today because we don't know what is happening on the board.
Yes.
Can't we turn on the
Also,
engine
let's
console?
try to just analyze the game for once without being in.
We are doing that because Aradhya is up a piece now. He has two pawns and a rook against a knight. Uh, white piece is white is okay. What is this? Is this a checkmate?
I
No,
think
it
Aradhya.
was this. Okay.
That was a
That
potential.
just defends the checkmate, and I think Aradhya is gonna take it very easily.
Yeah, there could be a perpetual coming in. There's a chance of right. The perpetual
No.
is more there.
No, 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 I don't think so.
Yeah, and
He
now
is he pushing for a second queen? He might just be pushing for a second queen.
yeah, he can because even the a file, right? There's a lot of pieces that can be moved on the a file, but this is protected, so
Yes.
that means the
Second
queen will be
queen,
up.
and if the queens are traded, then it's basically like
Yeah,
what
that's
Yeah,
it. That's it. So
it was
Abhi
a
two,
very easy win for Aradhya.
yes.
yeah, Abhi
It
2K14 has
These
just
FMs are just built different right
yeah. So it was a win by resignation, right?
yeah.
Okay. So
I
not
think a
for
lot of games are going on for the Delhi University, and that is why we are seeing Delhi University on the third spot for now. IIT ISM Dhanbad, meanwhile, taking top board,
now. A lot of early victories for them.
yeah, early victories, early points, and even for the MNNIT Allahabad, they are also taking up a lot of victories in the early rounds. But again, as we know, this is a blitz section with 36 minutes still to go. A lot of things can happen, a lot of things can turn around in this. All right, let's look at some. I am bestie. I think is the
I see Bangalore still has to like win his first game.
all right. So Shreyas, let's look at Shreyas game. Shreyas is playing against Gunjit K. What is happening? All right. So Shreyas has scored the first point.
Shreyas wins. Oh,
Yeah, ISC Bangalore. The first points are coming on the board for ISC Bangalore by Shreyas. If somebody is on the stream, if they can tell us whether or not. All right. I think we are still early in the game. Let's look at I am Bestie. I am Bestie is the top board from IIT ISM Dhanbad. He has berserked this round. He's on the top board. He's the top leader right now. What is happening on the board here? Equal position, I guess. Nothing really. Nothing hanging. Nothing exchange of sorts.
I like the connect four.
I yeah. That's I think
Yeah, now it's
yeah.
a connect three. And now the bishop is under attack. Okay. A bishop for a
A
knight.
lot of early exchanges. Now he can bring the queen to g4 and that's what he does. Ah, he missed a knight knight e7 earlier. He could have forked the king and queen.
I think, but
Yep, 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 yep.
Bhavaj, the king of black is now very secure, right? There's not a lot of
Yeah,
attacks
now the
because
queens are off now, so like doesn't matter. Right?
that's true. That's true. All right, now the pawns will be eaten up. All the pawns will be eaten up one by one, and then uh, I am bestie will start pushing those pawns. There's not a lot of movement that black can have, right? There's nothing that black can do in this position right now.
He's trying to attack that knight, but now it's defended.
I am bestie is playing very well compared to the ranking that he has, right?
Yeah, or maybe it could be like a recently made account, or he might just not be playing that often on
Let
this
me quickly
account.
check that. Let me quickly check that. Maybe the player is not. No, I think he's played a lot of games. About 3,000 games being played in the Bullet and even 877 games being played in the Blitz category for Amnesty. But
Uh,
even then, he's playing much better than the ranking that he has.
so he might just have prepared. That's what you do when you come in tournaments like these. You might just prepare something. Expect something out of the box.
Well,
I
what is happening on the position? What is going on here? Tell us
I
something.
think white king is a little boxed in right now.
uh,
I'm
yep. I think
Vicheta right now has a mating threat. Right now, actually.
he's also low on time, and
And Bestie resigned.
yeah, he
Okay,
resigned.
yeah, his
Yeah, he
knight was
resigned.
hanging.
White resigned.
His knight was hanging and he has a mating threat.
Yeah, right. The knight was hanging, and there was a mating threat here. I think, yeah, that was a mating
Yeah,
threat.
very good game by Bestie.
Yep. Let's get back to the board. Delhi University finally taking up. I just have a call to attend. I'll let you folks take over.
Delhi, as the time passes now, they have the streak going on, right? So they're gonna rack up points now.
Um, I think I changed the layout of the stream a little bit so that the guys on the stream have a little more clear and concise view of what's happening exactly. Let me know if it is fruitful or should we get back to the room. Is Utsav stuck or is it just for me and the stream is fucked up? Yep, he is. Okay, Bhawaj, meanwhile, let's look at a few more games.
I am here. I am here. I had a call to take. But yeah, let's look at some games. What is happening on the? All right, we have
Even MNI, yeah,
MNIT with 48 points on the second spot. IDIS and Dhanbad very close with 41 points. We still have a lot of games to go, and Delhi University finally taking up a decent advantage here with 9 points. What game are we looking at, Bhavaj? Anything interesting that's happening on the board right now?
yeah. Like let's look at MNIT top board.
MNIT, Rabi 2777. Let's look at this game. It's Ansh B from Delhi University playing against Rabi 2777 with 1821 ranking. Okay.
Ranking 21 and 4.
Yeah, I think this layout feels a little more convenient for the people on the stream, right? Also, can you check and verify if it is actually convenient for you?
Let me quickly check. Yeah, I think that's much better. I think that's much better. We can have the board on the screen.
We can have the board in the center.
All right, we have Vishnu Sean in the chat. At the rate, respect at the rate, Chestlers. Let's fucking go. Yes, man. Let's fucking go. Vishnu is one of the founding. members of Chesslers of respect. He's not part of team anymore, but it wouldn't have been possible without you, buddy. All right, we have Queen being taken up by Ansh B for Rabi 2777.
These two players are another win for them.
All right, all right. That's exchanged. And I think it's just queening now, right? You push the deep on.
Yeah, this should be resigned any moment, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh,
That was a mate.
a checkmate.
Yeah. The back rank was not protected. Oh my God, what happened?
Even 2100s fall for back rank mating.
Wow. Let's look at this.
That is a very lucky.
I think even we forget this, right? So what happened here? In this position, the
That
queen
was
was
just an obvious checkmate. I was like, yeah, this game
the
is over.
queen was taken. This happened. The knight comes in.
And we thought that he had the H7, H2 square for safety, but yeah, the bishop was already covering it.
Right. I think he
Bad.
forgot that the queen was not covering the diagonal on that side, the black diagonal there. Wow, what a game! What a game that he played. Wow.
This is such a motivation for all the like beginners that even the top players can also miss such things.
Yes, and this was the tactic that he played. Look at this move.
Yeah,
Knight
exactly.
going to do
He
defense.
deliberately moved the knight to that square.
Yeah, wow. That was an amazing game, man. Anything can happen. Durgesh,
I missed something. I honestly see that I missed something. Can we
the,
go back
Yeah,
and see what I missed?
yeah. So this was happening. This was something that you saw, right? This was the position that you saw last time,
Yes.
and then this happened. Okay.
Okay.
Then this happened.
And like,
Who is winning right now?
why would you put the knight there? Like, attack the queen?
that is the
Yeah. So
big.
attacking the queen. So what should happen there? What should we do there?
What options do you have? You have the rook taking the knight because that's pretty much free.
Yeah.
Okay, the bishop might defend, but again, if the rook comes down, it's also attacking your pawn on the right side, and it also defends its own pawn from queening. So, even though you might just have a rook trade and you'll be a rook up.
So what should happen here? What should be the ideal move?
As for a player like me, or what I would move, I would just take the knight for free with the rook.
And that's what Ansh B also did. He played like Durgesh in this game, and now this is a checkmate.
Yes, yes. Okay, that bishop actually holds. Yeah, right, right. That bishop actually takes back your free square that you actually put in to escape. So the ideal move here would be to move your queen out because you cannot defend your king from the mate, and then create another mating square. So
Yes.
maybe a move like maybe what c7 or something, if I'm not wrong. Maybe c2. Yep, c2.
And with that, Bhavaj, Rabi 2777 is on the top of the chart. He has, in this pool, we have two FMs. We have the whole Delhi University team playing on. And even then, the top board is MNIT Allahabad's Rabi 2777 with 1842 rank on.
He is carrying the entire team now.
Never underestimate preparation, guys. Never underestimate preparation. If you're
And
prepared, you can
what-
actually beat like good people. Also, be strong with your basics. That's what Tejas sir said.
Definitely. What
Rabi, an 1850 player, is leading the tournament.
Yeah. Also, guys, stay
And
hydrated. For the day, I'm not giving you the hydration advice for water. I've switched it up a little bit, and I have juice. So healthy hydration, guys. Healthy hydration. Stay hydrated with whatever you have. And just to
are we
remind you,
getting
I do have
sponsored by
water.
Real?
I have water.
we're not sponsored by Real. We are not sponsored by anybody. But yeah, the hydration is your own sponsorship. You have
Yes.
to take it seriously.
I sponsor hydration, so stay hydrated.
All right, let's look at some of the games. What is happening on the IISC? Let's look at Shreyas, right?
I
Uh,
think
Shreyas,
again DU has taken a significant lead,
yeah,
so we can
you
just leave them
I think that
and
is
we can
not,
just focus on who is gonna come second this time.
yeah. Only FM is now finally on the second spot. Aradhya is on the ninth spot. So I think Delhi University again, they will be booking up all.
Aradhya is playing slow. Yeah, he's only
Aradhya.
played 3 games.
He hasn't buzzed so far. That is what I see.
I don't think Aradhya buzzers. Even in the previous rounds, Aradhya has not buzzed in any game.
Yeah, but at this moment, when you're in a qualifier, you might not just take the risk. Might just stay with your streaks. Like maintaining the streak is more
Yep.
important than like
Yep.
berserking.
And what has just happened?
What
Banda,
I think the first player Banda has lost a game against
yeah,
Shreyas.
Banda. Shreyas D from IIC Bangalore just defeated Banda. And the streak,
I think we should look at that game.
yeah, I think the game is over, but yeah, we can still go ahead and look. There we go. This is the
Yeah,
Queen's Gambit.
this is the
Lord of
Queen's Pawn opening, right?
Queen's Pawn out.
No, is this the Queen's Gambit? Wait,
Queen's Gambit and then C5. I've never
yeah,
seen
Queen's
that.
Gambit, and this wasn't even a Queen's Gambit declined.
Yeah,
Because
but
I believe in Queen's Gambit declined, you play something like C3, right?
Yep.
To like basically defend your pawn on like
Hmm.
uh, I'm not sure. That's what I heard. I never play Queen's Pawn or Queen's Gambit, but this is
Queen's
not.
Gambit
Yeah, this is
declined,
not
right?
even a Queen's Gambit decline. It's just like Queen's Gambit and then nothing. You don't entertain it. You just play your own stuff.
All right, that happened on the board. The knight is now pinned. There's a check coming in.
Check. Bishop blocks, but it is defended by the knight. The knight comes in,
Uh,
and
this,
I believe the knight is well anchored in the center.
yeah, I think that's a good spot for the knight to have.
Yeah, a very sweet spot. No attacks so far. The knight is attacking anyway, but there are two defenses for that knight. A third one coming in. The knight might just reroute itself somewhere in the defense of that another knight. Oh, okay. Attack the bishop. Another bishop attacking the knight. Okay,
I
that's
think Shreyas had the control of this game from the very beginning, right?
Yeah,
yes.
that was a very strong attack.
Very strong attack. I don't think he got passive in any move, in any of the move, right?
Banda
Every,
had his king in the center. He couldn't castle at any moment.
yeah. Wow, what a game by Shreyas on
That was a
that.
very dominating game.
Also, he had that very good move of castle with check. He castled and he had a check, so the other king can't castle.
Long take,
He
long
lost
take
his
that.
right to castle, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
And that was a very beautiful checkmate. Look at this checkmate position.
This
Wow.
might be a candidate for one of the awards for beautiful checkmate,
Best
right?
best mating position.
Yes,
Yeah.
best mating position. So, Shreyas, you might just as well nominate yourself for that.
And on that side, we have Rabi 2777 again coming on the top of the board. And he's playing Shreyas. Let's look at this game. This is Shreyas, the top board from IIC Bangalore against the top board of the tournament, so of the arena so far. Rabi playing in. What is happening on the board right now? What can you tell us, Bhavaj? What is happening here?
Right now, the I think position is quite equal.
Quite equally,
Both of
yeah.
them are castled, and yeah, Shreyas has a good control over the center.
Yeah, I think Shiraz has very good control over the center. All these four pieces were equal, working on equally there. There we go. I think doubling the pawns, that's a thing that has happened.
Where did Shreyas berserk during this game? I think
No, no. Yeah, Shiraz has berserked this game. That has happened already.
that is confident.
Yeah. I think Shreyas, we have undermined him because Shreyas has always played the very competitive games, right? IIT Bombay, they were playing in the pool of IIT Bombay.
That
Previous round, I
bishop,
think,
yeah, I said that bishop is free. He totally ignored that bishop because the queen. See, the queen was. If you go back. The queen comes in. No attack threats. See, your queen is not under attack. You don't even need to move your queen. Why would you move your bishop out of the way? You could just play a
I'll tell
backward
you,
move.
Ganesh, this is a tactic that I believe Bhavat can also help me here. Uh, what is in the mind of Black is that he's attacking on the
King
king
side.
side,
Yes.
right?
So he's
And he's
not
not
looking at the queen side.
he's not
Hmm.
looking at the queen side at all. So that is what happens. The smart players, they usually switch the sides whenever they are attacking, so that the player does not have that.
Yeah,
mindset
that
that
that foresight of, yeah, he moved there, so why did he move there when I'm attacking here?
yeah. So
Yeah, so
that is
I'll
that
just
is
that
something
mindset, that actually comes to me when I entered the arena. I play some with someone. Uh, One thing that I usually think, even though I might just play the worst move in the game, what I think is, if I am moving on this side of the board, if my pieces, my cannons are attacking on this side of the board, the king is on this side of the board, what makes you move the piece on that side? Like, are you having some idea of coming this way, or are you actually attacking my piece there?
right, right, and
Also, what I see is, I'm not an engine. Okay, I'm also not the best player, but what I see is white in a slightly better position because the only thing in white's territory is a rook, which is
and he's
also
also piece up and he has a
yeah,
passer
and
pawn.
also he has a passer which is pretty much gone now. But what I see is, see, now if you take the pawn, your rook is gone. If you take the rook, the
but
pawn queens.
we can commentate of this game as much as we want, but Rabi is playing brilliantly here.
Yes.
He is not playing as a 1845. He's giving a fight. He knows he's a piece down. He knows it's just the pawns against the knight,
Yeah.
and
Also, he knows that he has time, so he's not hurrying. He knows that the other person has berserk. They're low on time, so I can take my time. They need to hurry, and now
Yeah.
they're equal on time.
Now
Like
they're
this,
almost
yeah.
equal
This
on
is
time.
another reason why I switched the layout on the stream, because when we said they're equal on time, people usually won't see that. Now they have a
right.
view of what's happening. You see the clocks, you see the names, you also see the players, you see the moves. So now this is a
I
little
think I
more.
think this is now completely lost. The queen will be exchanged here, and
I
with
think,
Okay.
yeah, he's now low on time. He could have gone for.
um, what's that? I don't think Shreyas would play a wrong move,
Oh,
but
he.
Four.
yeah,
F4.
that was
Nice. That was a nice four. But
yeah,
the
yeah.
knight is gone, and
I
that's a
thought
queen.
that it could have gone for a draw, but no.
Wow, wow. Rabi is playing brilliantly here. I think the pawn will be moving ahead with the queen.
Queens, and the king is stuck, cut off.
Yes.
Could be
Uh,
ladder mated, man. Like, this is a very good position to ladder mate. Cut
that
the
will
king.
happen. That will happen. That
Done.
has happened.
Done. That has happened. You could ladder mate. So for,
Wow.
yeah,
Okay.
for ladder mate guys, the best rule you could configure is, you don't need to check the king instantly. Cut the king off and then start giving checks. So the king has only one direction to move. If you straight off check him, you might have like both ways, so you never know where he's going.
And now we are looking at Delhi University with 232 points, while I'm in an ID with 138 points. And IT ISM Dhanbad with 126 points and IIC Bangalore with 116 points.
Like, it's
Wow.
still a close fight. I won't say it's too far because
I,
it's
Close
15
fight for
minutes.
the second position, definitely.
it's a very close fight because Shreyas is on a Shreyas streak has been broken.
Who broke the streak, man?
Oh, Shreyas is not basically on a streak ever. He's playing against the captain 260 with the 262. Jurgen 262. IIT ISM Dhanbad. No player is on a streak. There's no one player taking the lead. Even then, they've managed to get 129 points and on the third spot. Let's look at only chess, right? This is going to be a good game. We're
The
looking,
wildcard entry this time.
yeah, only chess against Yash G10. I think only chess is buzzard. Yeah, he has buzzard.
Still, he's pretty equal on time. Like 30 seconds, the other person takes time on thinking.
Yeah, it's FM, yeah. Come on, man. Give him the due credit, buddy.
Yep, he deserves to.
PSG is holding him quite well right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, Yashdi is playing pretty well, even when he's playing against an FM.
What I loved about an advice from, I believe, Akash, uh, who actually gave me a very sensible advice. Don't look at the numbers, don't look at the rating, just play. Because I'm not aiming to be some chess god, right? All I want is
Hmm.
to win. So I don't have to look at the rating, I don't have to look at the numbers. What I would do is just hope that the other person is having a very bad day.
But is that is that a bad move? Because now, yeah, I think that What
Yeah,
happened?
white is a upper pawn.
Yeah,
Okay, okay.
yeah, the pawn was lost, right? Huh.
Yep.
So that happened. That's another pawn that is lost. I think, yeah, the D pawn will be lost, and now I think D and C pawn will pair up and start moving to go for a queen.
Yeah. And why is the king running to the edge of the board? Like, is it trying to come in and capture one of the pieces? What?
I think he's going for G3. Achha, okay. He's been stopped.
That's a mate.
That
Yeah,
is a mate?
yeah,
Yeah,
Oh,
that
that is.
that is a mate. Reason
that
being,
was unexpected.
you
Yeah,
cannot come down. What
that's
was
a nice mate, man. Just the
That was
pawn.
that was a
Just
pawn mate, obviously. Okay, 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 got it, got it. So the bottom two squares are protected, like the left and right by these two
everything
pawns.
is predicted,
Yeah,
right?
by
Everything.
yeah, basically everything. The king came in. That is the big part. The king came in to actually defend the last square that could actually push in, right?
And with that game happening, we have almost 8 out of top 10 players from Delhi University in this qualifier 3 right now. With 280 points, Delhi University is leading the pool. IITI Sandhanbad, sorry, MNIT Allahabad with 165 points, IITI Sandhanbad with 149 points, and ISC Bangalore is now trailing with 132 points. I think the problem with ISC Bangalore right now is the team. The composition is not there. Shreyas is trying everything and anything that is in his hand, and he's constantly berserking.
Yeah, yeah. He lost 3 games in a row.
Yeah, and I think that is the reason why the team is not performing that well. Meanwhile, FM Jeet is on the first rank, K Taneja 2000 on the second rank, FM Aradhya on the third rank, Banda 64, and the captain of the Delhi University. We have talked a lot about the FMs in the Delhi University team, but the captain of Delhi University is very strong, very strong. Priyamvada leads the team up front, and she leads the pack of very, very good lions right now. They are very brilliant at chess. Let's look at some games. MNNID, I love this guy, Rabi2777. I don't know what has happened. It's a very great game going between Banda 64, rank 5 against the rank 7 of the board right now. Yeah, Banda just lost. Rabi just lost this game. Did he resign? Yeah, he resigned. Yeah, this was queening, I think. Yeah, this was lost game. This was nothing that we could have happened. Let's look at some other game. Any game that you would want to recommend, Bawaj? Anything that's interesting right now?
I think you should look at ISM. They
ISM,
don't have a top player. The whole team is contributing equally.
Yeah, 10, 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Right? They are pretty equal.
right. So let's look at the top board of IIT ISM Dhanbad. This is Jurgis Pikak playing against Pracheta, and the game is lost. Pracheta was berserking,
And
and
she or he, whatever, resigned. Black resigned.
yeah,
Who was
black
black?
black was Jurgis.
Black was
Jargus
yeah, the
resigned.
top player third.
White one.
Right, the games are ending so quickly, and ISC Bangalore is finally taking up. They've taken the third spot, 155, 157 points. It's a very
Shreyas is on a streak with 19 points.
yes,
What
and
what about the top board? What is the top scorer having? Like how much is the top scorer on? 26.
only just the FM Jeet is right now playing. Let's look at this game. Abhi 2K14 against only chess. What is happening on this board, Bhavaj, if you can help us out?
I think yeah. Uh, Only Chess is winning right now. He has 3 passes in row.
That is lost. I think, yeah, now another piece down. Exchange is up. So, Durgesh, another lesson that you might want to learn here. Whenever you have a piece, you have an advantage. You
Just
start
exchange all the pieces.
start exchanging the pieces there.
Yep. Simplify.
Simplify the game because
Simplify as much as you can.
you have the advantage here, and you can just use that one piece that you have to start winning the game, because now your pawns will start moving up the ladder
Yep.
and start winning.
So simply put, when you have more passers on the board, you might as well want the other person's pieces to be gone, so they don't capture your
Yes.
passes, right?
Yes.
Especially the queen, rooks, and bishops, because these are long range pieces. They can capture your pawns from like from the other end of the board.
Bhavas, I have this question. I had this question earlier as well. If you have an advantage of a knight,
Hmm.
what happens then? Because
Like
knight
the
is
entire
not a
piece.
very, very, very long distance mover. It's just 2.5 steps that it can move.
Hmm.
So, what should be the tactic in that case? Should you start exchanging the pieces in that scenario?
Knights are like mostly better in close positions as far as I know. Like if we have like a closed locked structure, then
Mhm.
knights are very good against bishops, especially.
Yes, that makes sense. I believe, but in end games, bishops are more preferred over knights, right? Because in end games you have an open board, so your bishops have longer moving distance. So you could actually move from board across the board, right?
Yeah, that depends actually on game to game. But yeah, if you have like a light square bishop and you all place all your pawns on the dark squares, then the bishop is useless.
Yep,
And then
obviously.
yeah, in the end game, like one knight against one bishop, I think one knight is better.
Yeah, that actually goes the same for us on the other side. So if we see that the other person's all pawns are on light squares, then we might as well look into taking away their light square bishop, right? Because then their dark
Hmm.
square bishop is basically useless.
Is there any play for white here? I don't see.
No, I think all his pieces are on the last rank,
Yeah,
and he cannot move his king because the knight is pinned and the king doesn't have any moves forward. Yeah, he can just capture the knight.
yeah, that is done for, and the queen is coming in for only chess FMG here, and in chat
And this is checkmate. Acha.
we have Daksh telling us Diyu ko kaun harayega. This is a question that Daksh is posing in the private.
IIT Kanpur in the finals.
IIT
Sure.
Kanpur coming on with the strength here. Not this is not Prem this time. It's Bhavaj speaking that IIT Kanpur is ready to defeat them. And Prem in the private chat is not talking about IIT Kanpur, but he says VIT will defeat Delhi University.
Amazing, amazing, amazing.
Meanwhile, we have Delhi University on the top of the board with 365 points, MNNIT with 219. MNNIT was paired against Triple IT Delhi in the previous round. And let me tell you something, right? Before the match, I was talking to Shaunak, the captain of Triple IT Delhi, and we were not discussing MNNIT, we were discussing Nirma University.
Yes.
Both of us. We did not look at MNNIT. And during the round, during the match in the blitz section, it was MNNIT that was the pain in the ass for Triple IT Delhi team. And I was like, man, Shaunak, we missed it. We did not look at MNNIT lineup. We did not even look at who are they playing. This is a very strong team. MNNIT Allahabad, very, very strong team. Uh, I don't know where they were, what happened to them, but this is a very strong team. And you can see Rabi 2777, 1849 ranked, crushing it. He's on a 22 rounds and only player in the top 10 ranking out of the Delhi University players right now.
And yeah, he's faced almost all the. He's playing only chess right now.
He's basically the only person playing against the top board. Like he's in top 10
Yeah,
and playing against
he has
top 10,
played
right?
almost I think everybody in the top 10.
All right, and we are now looking at Rabi 2777 playing against the FMG. I think yeah, we can already see, there's a knight and a rook against
Where are the other
the
pieces? Like his his
I think he
his first
Rabi is
rank
down a
is
rook
yeah,
now.
his first rank is pretty much all
But yeah,
clean.
he can like make a good attack right now because the king is in the center.
Yes.
I think what Rabi was waiting for what do you call that? A check where you move another piece and you have the another. Sorry, my
Skewer,
bad.
no?
Pin.
No, no. So what happened? Let me tell you. Let me show you the position. I
Oh,
think you can.
no, I think Rabi can win this.
Yeah, he actually checked and he has a defended
He
bishop.
should have. I think he could have moved knight to e3.
Yeah, with
He's upper queen. Oh.
Queen, he's a queen up now,
yeah,
right?
he's a queen up.
Queen for a bishop and a rook. He has
Yeah,
an advantage. He can win this.
he can win this. This is a
I think yeah.
wow.
It's
He
just
has won this.
wow.
White has resigned in this game.
Only just
That was
resigned.
I think an unstoppable checkmate because
Yes,
there was no defense to queen c2.
yes. The no, not that. The queen c2 coming in. Um,
Oh, right,
yeah,
Queen C2.
yeah. That there's no defense to that. The
But
knight.
then I see there's two checkmates that can happen even if you somehow defend the Queen C2. There's still this.
Yeah, the rook comes in. Yeah, definitely. Although you cannot defend, there is no way that you can put any piece on that square that
Yeah,
can take up.
wow, wow, what is happening here? Rabbit,
That was I think that might be one of the best games.
Yeah.
yeah,
He goes
Also,
down a
if
rook
that
c.
was a mate, I would say that was a very beautiful mate. If you look at the game overall, that was a losing game that he won.
wow, Rabbit
He
two
had
triple,
like a very good attack and he converted it.
Yes.
Rabbit two triple seven, constantly playing against the top boards
He
right
actually
now.
very conveniently converted the game
Let
into
me
it.
quickly
Hmm.
check who this player is, right? Let me do the research, which usually Ravi 2777 is Ravi Kumar Yadav. I don't know if he's the captain of. I don't think he's the captain, and he's not FIDE rated. He's actually he was 1754 rated before the tournament started.
So he actually gained the rating that we see here.
Yes, 1860 points. This is the rating that he has gained over the period of time while he's playing at the CMPL season one. Wow.
Yeah, the game is basically like people farming ratings here.
All right. And in the Delhi University team, we have chess debut with the top board, Patmunandigi with second board, Banda 64 on the third, FM only chess, and FM Aradhya with the fourth and the fifth places. While
And
for the
FM Aradhya Garg has paused the game, I believe. He's not in.
yeah, he has paused the game, and also that is because there's a loss that has happened against Suresh D. Just after the loss, Aradhya has paused the game. So I think there was a momentum that Aradhya had. Then he lost a game, and now he's just got out that let's take a breather and see you in the bullets category now because
Yeah, so
this is
what I see is FM Aradhya actually following our stream and looking at what Tejas sir said.
yeah, Aradhya, kudos to you for following the stream. Um, Okay, the problem is not with the Aradhya losing the streak, but it's basically Aradhya getting some internet issues.
Yeah, he
Okay.
lost. He resigned on move on the game.
Yeah, so Aradhya has some internet and connectivity issues. So maybe you can put down BSNL OP because I am not on BSNL OP today. My internet is working fine. It's not me. It's Aradhya today. And we are in the last 1.5 minutes here. Delhi University leading with 410 points. MNIT with 261 points, maintaining a decent 40 points lead
Um.
against IIT Bangalore.
Yeah. Also, if you look at the chat, King's Banquet is following the games with us, and
I think we have a game between Rabi and
yeah,
Shreyas.
he actually said that yes should stall the game so the FM has less time. Also, Ravi also played against an FM and he did not stall. He actually converted the game. The FM had to resign because he had no other choice than to lose.
Yep. And I don't think Ravi is in a good position here.
Rabi is winning.
Rabi is white, I think. Yeah,
He's a piece up, but
he's a piece
he's
of, but
for
yeah, again, that was my question, right, Bhavaj? When I asked you earlier, having an advantage of knight, how much would it help? And there's not much
right
help,
now in this position. Rabi should just try to exchange the rooks.
but that's not happening. That's not happening anymore. Yeah, there goes a
This
pawn.
is a very close game, and Rabi I think may lose on time as well.
All right, he started flagging. Yup, the 1800 is winning the hearts for sure. King Banquet tells us in the chat he is def. Why did he not
Why
take the?
didn't he talk to the
Why?
queen?
Yeah,
Acha, he's just trying to flag.
on time. Oh right, right. Who won
He
this?
didn't have any. Shreyas won, right?
Shreyas won. Yeah,
White
Shreyas.
timed out. Black
Shreyas
won.
won.
Who was black? I don't know.
Black. Acha, okay, yeah,
Shreyas
yeah.
won. Yeah, Shreyas won.
Rabi was low on time, so he didn't capture the queen.
Yes.
Damn,
He
damn.
might
Okay,
he
so
might as well just pre-moved. So he had no time because he was
I
low on
don't
time.
know. I don't know if that game counted or not, but the tournament has now ended. The blitz section for the CMPL qualifier three, day one of qualifier has now ended, where Delhi
Ah,
University.
that didn't count. So
Sorry,
okay.
That
That game wasn't counted, I think.
I don't think that game was counted. That game was not counted. Let me quickly check. Yeah, Rabi 2777. Yeah, that game was not counted in the final score. So that means Ravi 2777. I'm not talking about other boards. I'm not talking about the top boards because Ravi 2777 was constantly playing against the top boards, winning against the top boards. He has lost some games in the middle, but otherwise he was playing phenomenal,
He had a
phenomenal.
performance of 2300 almost in this tournament.
Wow, the performance that Ravi had was 2277, and the average opponent that he faced was 2109.
yeah, and what's his own rating?
It's his own rating is 1860.
So he faced like people on average rated 200 points more than him.
Almost
About
300,
almost 300 points.
300 points. Wow, wow.
While he
So,
himself performing almost 400 or maybe 500 points higher than his own rating.
yes, yes. And I think with that, we should have Rabi OP in the chat, and it's not Rabi. His actual name is Ravi. So Ravi OP should trend in the chat because that was amazing performance that is coming in. And with that, we have ended qualifier three blitz section. And within, I think within next 7 minutes,
Yeah, about
within
I believe about
uh,
7 minutes.
yeah, within next 7 minutes, we will be having the next round, which is a bullet category. Let me quickly paste the link. Yeah, there we have the bullet categories starting up in next 7.5 minutes, where we again have Delhi University playing against MNNIT, ITISM, and ISC Bangalore. And I think uh,
Yeah, whatever he thinks, let him think. We'll be back in 5 minutes. You check out the fillers and we'll check out the rest of the stuff. Meet
yes,
us here in 5 minutes and we'll start with the next set of games. Bullet games, damn fast, like fastest finger first thing that you look at KVC. That's what happens every time.
I don't think we get the time to analyze boards in bullet.
Yeah, we just open them, close them, and that's all. That's all. That's all we could do. So we'll be back in 5 minutes. You'll be back in 5 minutes. Let's see you in next 5 minutes.
Yes, that's right. All right, and we are now back with the qualifiers lead bullet section happening. The question that everybody is asking in the chat is everybody is asking in our private groups is who is going to defeat Delhi University. And there's one another man that we have to talk about. This was the guy who performed brilliantly in this match. Ravi 2777. Ravi OB in the chat for him. He played amazingly in the blitz section, but will that streak continue in the bullet? That is something we have to watch out. We have Delhi University with playing with two FMs, Jeet Jain and Aradhya Garg. Aradhya is facing some internet issues meanwhile. We're trying to do something if we can. In the other section, we have MNNID with Abhi 2K14 leading the pack, Mindstone 34, and Sly Corsair. And also, we have a very strong team coming out of IIT ISM Dhanbad, the Cursed King leading the pack here, and Shreyas G, the man behind ISC Bangalore. ISC Bangalore has been a very, very strong competitor, a very strong team paired in all the top boards with IIT Bombay and in other categories, and now they are back in a very strong contention. So, will MNIT take up the second spot? Because we already know Delhi University has taken that lead, which is not beatable in this segment. We are looking at the first 2 points scored by Delhi University. The 4 points coming in from the Delhi University, Padmano Devi and only just scoring the initial points. Similar. So bullet goes in a bullet. You don't even look at it. You don't even realize what has happened, and it's done and dusted. By the way, let's look at some of the games which we cannot analyze, Durgesh. Uh, and
Yes.
I'm very proudly saying the games we cannot analyze, right? That's the game we are focusing on. Let me check Dave and Chess. All right, I'll have to refresh the screen here. Dave and Chess is playing against Patmano Digi. It's a very, very unfair game. The life is unfair, but the game is even more unfair here. Did he? What happened? Did Dave want to castle and he missed it? I think so. I think so, Dave. Yeah, yeah. Dave,
He actually moved the rook, but he
yeah,
actually
he
wanted to
did that.
castle. So
Yeah, he did
yeah, so
that.
now he's manually castling, probably.
Yeah, the manual
Yeah, he's
castle.
the
And
manual
he
castling.
succeeded in that.
Yeah, he succeeded in that. But if the queen was just square down, maybe the queen couldn't come down just for a check because then it would be hanging. And now it's again under attack.
The
This
B
was
pawn.
nice. This is a counter attack, right? The rook attacks your queen. You move it horizontally, attacking the rook.
Yeah, but I think the rook was protected, right? Nothing.
Yep, but danger level, guys. Danger levels.
There's some people who are coming in. The accounts are violating the terms of service. That means a lot of players are also getting disqualified in this round. So we will have to watch out for the changes in the leaderboard that might happen. We don't know what is going on, but anti-cheating mechanisms are already up and running. So if something is found, there's a lot of games that were flagged earlier. There were a lot of results that were changed because of these flaggings that happened. So this is something you definitely don't want in your teams. By the way, I just have Dev and Chess had an advantage. What? Wait, what happened? Devan just won this game.
Yeah, white resigned. Devin just won.
Wait, what?
Yes, white
Yeah,
resigned.
that's exactly my question. After the
Castle.
manual,
Yes.
manual castle.
After seeing that the man missed his castle, but again successfully manually castled, you should fear him. He knows that castling is important. He could do it manually.
Wow, wow. Well, it was an inaccuracy.
Yeah, this was a suspicious move. Why go there? You could go there, the other end.
This was
Okay,
wow.
weird. Oh,
All right,
blunder.
this was a blunder coming in
Yes.
from the white.
Acha, he just, yes,
He
queen is
forgot,
hanging.
Yeah,
he forgot.
the queen is now hanging. The queen is completely hanging. But
Was it a what happened here?
uh,
I think
No,
he was trying to block the bishop, the path of the bishop, that he can try to trap it.
Wow, wow, that was the lost
But
queen.
yeah, he
yeah,
just
and then he just resigned.
Wow, wow, anything can happen in the
this is how it works in
wow.
bullet, guys.
MNNIT Allahabad is now leading the pack of this beast of a team with Delhi University, IISc Bangalore, and IITISM Dhanbad. MNNIT with 50 points. It's just a 1 point margin, but they are playing brilliantly in this round. Let's look at some games. Let's look at only chess. Is this game complete? Yeah, the game's done for. Abhi 2K14 against the Phantom Kid 1-4-1-2. This is the game that we're looking at. Again, an equal position right now. Nothing complex happening there. Again, nothing happening there. Nothing complex in this position for any of the board.
Aradhya Garg is back, playing against Amrit Raj 123, and
We
is
will-
what winning, losing?
all right. Let's look at Aradhya's game.
Aradhya is down on time. He might have just berserked, but not sure. Looking at his title, he might just have berserked this game. It's like 17 seconds in, 16
Let's see.
seconds.
Let's see. Yeah, Aradhya is back on the board. Aradhya had some internet issues, and that might be the reason he might have missed some of the games. He's playing as Amrit Raj 1-2-3. We are looking at Aradhya playing against Amrit Raj 1-2-3.
Yeah,
Um,
with just 8 seconds on the clock, 7. So he might as well just lose it because I don't see a mate threat anywhere soon.
I don't think Aradhya is really focused on that. Aradhya might. So time is not the concern for Aradhya. He'll be playing a lot of pre-moves. But now they should fear because Aradhya might lose on time. Yeah, that's done.
Like I
That's
said, like you should start fearing when you're like 10 seconds on the clock, because even if you pre-move, you need some time to pre-move. You need to think.
what is happening, Bhavaj here. MNNIT leading the pack for a while now. It's been 15 minutes since we have started. No, not 15. I think 5 minutes since we started.
Yes, about
25.
bullet, yeah, anything can happen.
7 minutes since we started, and
DU back
MNNIT
on the lead with 4 points.
Only chess has his streak going on.
Yes, only chess, and only chess is the only person with more than 10 points. Okay, now Abhi 2K is also with more than 10 points, and MNIT is like 80, 80. It's a neck to neck battle. Man. Like, look at this. MNNIT and DU fighting for the first position.
and let's look at
This is the first time I think Dio has been challenged.
Let's
Yes,
let's look at Rabi's position. I think Rabi was a very great player in the blitz section. Is he continuing the trend? He has won one game. He has lost against Shreyas. But what is happening in this board?
where
Um,
is he? I can't see him.
he's on 43rd rank. He's on 43rd rank.
Oh, 43rd. No, 49.
That might be now.
Look at the rankings. Yeah,
Uh,
he's up a pawn, I think, for now.
he's up a pawn, but the time is very huge. The time difference
Hey,
is
the pawns are also equal. But I think he has a. So he's also an exchange down as well.
exchange down. Yeah, he's in. Okay.
Oh, he's
Wow.
winning even now.
What a maneuver. What a maneuver by him.
But I think yeah he lost on time.
He lost on time, but look at the maneuver that happened in the last few moves. Let me get you to this
That was
move.
a good attempt.
Yeah, I
Yes,
think this was the
the
move.
queen comes in. He knows that the exchange won't come in easily, so he actually forced the opponent to make an exchange.
Wow, this was a great tactic that was coming in. But why did?
Yeah, I think he didn't have to capture this. It's
Yeah,
just
exactly.
these are just all blunders.
Yeah, King could have moved to
He
B1,
could
and
have
then
really moved.
yeah, B1 could have been. But I think he knew,
But
SG
yeah,
chess.
this is a sense of bullet. You just provoke your opponents to make that.
Yes.
Yeah. And MNIT is now on the third spot. MNIT, IC Bangalore needs, I think, about 60, 70,
Yeah,
60, 60.
MNIT is again tied, 102. it's a close game. It's not far. The score is not unbeatable. They can chase it like if the whole teams come in, uh, it's not an difficult score or not a huge gap to cover. What?
By
I
the
think we should
way,
look at Chandra's game. He's playing only chess. The
uh,
top scorer right now, 5C Bangalore.
yeah, let's look at it. It's Chandra-ish, Chandra-his, Chandra-shish. I don't know how to name that. But yeah, the game is over as soon as one duplex joined the board with us.
And
Uh, Chandra-ish.
Oh
Chandra
yeah,
has lost.
yeah. I forgot that you could actually see that I am also in the game.
Let's look at Abhi 2K14. This is captain of Delhi University Priyam Vada playing against Abhi
Yeah,
2K14.
we just 3 seconds on the clock. Abhi could see when personally when I see that my opponent is low on clock, my mentality is
Checkmate, I think.
don't
Oh,
blunder
nice.
and just pre-move. Be up on time. That's all I want. I want them to lose time. Don't blunder. Just pre-move. Keep defending your stuff. Let them attack. Let them lose time. Let them think.
This
If
was a very beautiful mating position, no?
yes, yeah, honestly, like the queen is blocking. See, the queen itself has blocked everything. They just wanted a check.
Even
The king
here,
had nothing. The queen blocked everything. They just
Yeah, I
wanted a
think he
check.
moved the knight there and just captured a queen and then them back again. This checkmate.
Yep.
yeah, that happened. That happened. And with that, MNNIT is back on the lead with 130 points. IC Bangalore on 129. It's going to be very disappointing for IC Bangalore today. They played phenomenal chess over the last two rounds. Uh, IIT Bombay in the previous rounds, and now Delhi University, MNNIT. This was going to be a strong battle. And Bhavaj, again, Delhi University does not have a huge lead in this round right now. We're not
Yeah.
looking at Delhi University like we used to, 400, 500 points. They were
Mhm.
almost shattering all the records. But right now, that's not happening. I think MNNIT has managed to play against Delhi University in a very, very brilliant way there.
Yeah, both Abhi 2K14 and only chess are the only ones with streaks.
By the way, Durgesh, for you, there is one guy who is leading for ISC Bangalore. It's that guy which we do not talk about. That one guy. This is
Okay.
that one guy.
ISC Bangalore. Who is leading? No, he is not leading. He's just tied. And again, which guy?
The one guy.
Okay. Some guy.
Yeah, some guy. That one guy was leading, but Chandrasesh is back on the top for the ISC Bangalore. Let's look at Only Chess's game. Only Chess is unbeaten for now. All the games that he has played is won. We are looking at the game has ended. I was late in the game. I'm sorry, and was late to the party.
No,
Uh,
there is another game going on with Only Chess and Mindstone. Mindstone is number 16 at the moment, and from MNNIT Chess team. So it's MNNIT versus DU.
Yes, yes, we are looking at the game right now. And what is going on here? What is happening here?
I believe they
Bawaz,
have. I believe
No,
this pair has already played against each other. Yes.
yeah, only chess has an advantage of 1-0 in that sense.
Yes. And
Oh, what is happening on the
yeah.
what is happening here?
do we have something that we could figure out? Like what I usually do is I just take. Also, guys, this is also an interesting way of learning.
Wait,
What I usually do. Because these games are so fast, it's difficult to analyze, right? We just keep looking at the moves, they keep playing, and the game ends. So what
By the
I
way, is that pawn not lost, Bhavaj? The pawn on the e5?
black
That was
resign.
yeah,
black
that
did,
resigned.
but yeah, that pawn was lost because there was a knight. There was the
I wasn't able to follow the game at all.
Also, like I was saying, another way of very good play moves that I heard also from Ramesh sir and also I believe from Gukesh and at some point Akash as well. Um, when you solve puzzles, it's like a given situation, right? A hypothetical situation where you need to win in two moves, right? That's or maybe like one move, mate in one, mate in two, sometimes mate in three. Find the sequence of moves. Another good option is like just go and just look into some of these tournaments. Any like Leeches has a couple tournaments. Open any game and jump into the middle of the game. Pick any position, and there what I do is just close the side panel or hide it somehow, just put a window on there, and you just try to figure out the next sequence of moves. Okay, you don't play it, just think. And I say like, okay, for me, I'll just push this pawn, and then you press the next button and you see what they did, and then what the other person did, and then after the other person's reaction, you do the same thing again. So what would I do in this situation? That is like that is another way of playing puzzles, but real time, where you don't have a hypothetical
Yeah, for
situation.
puzzles, I think there's always you know na, that there is
Yes,
a solution available.
but
That is there
yeah,
is
but
a
in
good
these
move
games,
available.
what actually comes to us is how natural games go through instead of like the very stockfish type games. They have natural progression of moves.
And I
They
think
might be
I think
blunders.
even the puzzles, Durgesh, puzzles come down from a game
Yep,
that has happened.
yep. Somewhere
I
from
don't.
Yeah,
history, somewhere from
That's not
any.
a hypothetical situation. Rather, it's again what you just mentioned, right? They have picked up some games, a selected few games that can teach you something new.
Yes,
Uh, and in that sense, I don't say puzzles are a bad thing to
I'm not
go
saying
from.
puzzles are bad. I'm saying this is another way of playing puzzles.
Yeah, that can
mm,
happen. Meanwhile, on the qualified three, Delhi University is now leading the charge with 285 points.
About 100 point lead, 91.
Yeah, and MNNIT with 190 points. IC Bangalore is still trailing with 19 points, and IITISM Dhanbad has now trailed a lot with 135 points. I was just looking at it, but yeah, look at this. Uh, ISC Bangalore is scoring decently here. They have a lot of players in the top 18, and this is not like the first round where we had all the top 20 players filled out of Delhi University, and some spots were missed by Delhi University players. But in this round, we have a lot of players, so that's how competitive this round has gotten. The first qualifiers, we are seeing the first qualifiers, and Delhi University is already struggling. And with that, only Chess has scored 52 points in the bullet alone, and he's still 8 minutes to go. So, yes,
He might just beat. Okay, he's playing Thin King, who's from IIT ISM Dhanbal, and currently number 6 on the board.
right. So let's see this game. Thin King against FM only Chess.
I think he's almost won this game as well, and he's very good with the clock. He only spent 15 seconds till now.
All right, the queen is now lost, and that's a mate
And White
incoming.
resigned, yes.
White had to resign. The queen was pinned here.
Yeah,
The
also in
game.
bullet games, you actually don't want to stall. If you know that it's a losing position, you might just as well resign and play another game with that you might win.
Mm.
Because these are so fast that you do not have the time and uh, the whole mindset to.
By the way, from the MNIT team, I just saw Rabi playing. Yeah, Rabi is back on the top 11th position. Let's see.
And he's playing FM Aradhya Gar 2000.
Yeah, Rabi is playing FM Aradhya Garg right now. What is happening on this board? It's an equal
Mm.
position right now. There's no exchange. Yeah, exchange has started to happen.
It's a pawn.
Yeah, that's a pawn lost here.
I think another pawn lost.
Not yeah, another pawn gone here. I think another pawn is now lost in the A side. The A file. Yeah, there you go. And I think another pawn in the A file again that will be lost here. So this is not a very good game for Rabi right now. Uh, There's 5 points advantage that Aradhya has over Ravi right now. Um,
Wait. Okay.
Okay, there's still some tactics that Ravi is trying to pull off. Even if
Okay, he just blundered this.
Yep, that was a four.
Now I think it is a very easy. He has three passes and he
yeah,
just
it's a easy win here now. That's a queen coming in. Yeah.
Ravi is just trying to stall now.
Ravi is going to try to stall because Aradha is the top player, and that is game over. We still have last 5.5 minutes. MN and ID has finally taken a 40 point, I think 30 points. Yeah, now it's even increasing. 30 points lead there. Delhi University with 417. The previous records are now again
Yeah.
being created by Delhi University. They
FF
they
only chess with a streak on the top of the board, 60 points.
60 points, 60 points. Wow, wow. I think that's the new record for the qualifiers for the round of 32, 16, and now in the semis as
It
well.
might as well just hit 70 if he continues with this because he still has like 4 minutes and
Well, let's put a bet here. What is the score that we're looking at? Bhavaj, what do you say?
68, I think.
60 is already at 60, man.
Yeah, the 68.
68 is the maximum that Bhavaj goes. Durgesh, what do you think?
I would like to stick with 68, but looking at his performance, I would rather say something around 70.
So 68, 70. That's almost equal, right?
Yeah.
I'm looking at only chess, and there might be a score of 75 coming in from him.
Okay. Makes
There
sense.
might be a score of 75 coming in because it's still 4 minutes to go, and in 4 minutes you can do four different games, uh, which is very possible. And he's right now playing against Rabi. Uh,
Again.
yeah, no. So only chess was not. It was Aradhya playing against Rabi. Now
Okay.
it's
Okay. But no, but they had a pairing, right?
they had a pairing. Rabi won against only chess
Yeah.
uh,
In which I believe we did see that game, right? Only just
in
resigned.
the blitz. I think
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
in the blitz that was must have happened.
Really?
And what is
Yeah,
happening
bullet,
in this
bullet.
game?
Only chess is not has not lost a game in the bullet section.
Oh yes, yes, yeah. I believe I do remember.
I think this is his mate now. Yeah.
That is done. So 4 points coming in for only chess. We still have 3 minutes to go. Let's see. Let's see what happens. We are looking for a bet on only chess's game, and Aradhya is now joining in only chess with the second position. 36 points incoming. Aradhya had a connectivity issue due to which the earlier games were not played by him. But even then, okay, okay. Delhi University only one out of the top 10 is not from Delhi University. One out of the top 12 is not Delhi University. After that, people start playing from other colleges. That's happening. Delhi University with 494 points now. MNNIT in the last 2.5 minutes, 274 points. I think that's a decent margin that MNNIT holds. MNNIT and Delhi University would be the first teams to qualify for the semis.
Wait.
Events.
68 is done for. Only chess is done 68 points, so that is gone. It means there's two more games that only chess has to play now to
Yes.
come closer to
Still.
65, 75 mark.
And he's not paired right at the moment. No, he's paired to Dropstone from MNNIT Chess.
Oh, damn. I hope he loses this one. I win the bet.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice,
but
nice.
looking at the speed, it feels like both are comparatively well matched. At least Dropstone having some kind of plan in his mind. Yep, that was an unnecessary check there. We just lost a knight just because he wanted to give a check.
Wow, that's a piece advantage. That's a pawn advantage that he has. That was a nice poke, man. That was a very nice poke.
One second.
Wow, wow. He's
So
in
it's just an exchange now.
exchange up. Yeah, only chess
He
is
blundered
exchange.
a knight also.
I think that's a lost game. So 68 points plus 4 points. That's
Yeah,
come
we do.
our way. 72 points. We need one more win.
I am out of the bed.
Only chess before the time runs out. Before the time runs out. But that is happening in
That
the
is very tough.
that is happening. Let's look at this game. I think we'll focus on the bet now. We know what has happened on the board. Uh, oh,
Both are low.
both of them have buzzed. Both
Yeah.
of them have buzzed. That means this game can end before the time cuts out.
That
Wow.
is a very good strategy.
Yeah. The
Wow.
last game that you play, you actually go berserk.
Yeah, because they wouldn't have been able to complete the game.
Yeah. No, I actually meant you go berserk.
So yeah.
Yeah.
All right, that's a very crucial position coming in because now, yeah, that's a queen lost for Keshav.
And the knight also.
Yeah, and the knight is gone, and there we go. The mate is incoming from only chess. You cannot. The time is up. The time
This
is
is
up.
checkmate.
Time is up.
It
This game
is
will
a
not
mate.
be counted in the final section. That has happened. And with that, we have the first qualifiers done for the day. Delhi University leading the charge.
Yeah, and I won the bet.
No, you did not
No,
win the
I
bet.
said
You said 70,
70.
right?
Yeah, I said 70. You said 75. So he did
Yeah,
not cross
I
yours.
think right. So
But
it's still there, still there. The last point was not counted. Otherwise, this was
yeah,
amazing
but
game, right?
but ultimately the board is much closer to me, right?
Three, two
You
points,
had to be exact. You had to be exact.
two points
70
close,
was not a logical answer.
2 points close to you, 3 points close to me.
Why not? You could just draw.
Alrighty. So now we have Delhi University and MNNIT Allahabad tentatively qualifying for the first semi-finals. We are reaching the next stages of this game. MNNIT Allahabad with 305 points. Amazing performance. Let's see Ravi in the yeah, Ravi is on the rank 3 for MNNIT. I see Bangalore. I think they were too much relied on Shreyas, and Shreyas did not perform that well. Uh, and I think a lot of private chats coming in that they did not think that MNNIT would qualify. So I think this is our time to get the captain of MNNIT. Let me talk to team. Can we get him? Uh, MNNIT captain on the screen. Let's get him. Let's see if we can get MNNIT captain. Maybe we also want to talk to Rabi. Do we want to talk to Rabi? Rabi, we should talk to Rabi. Can we do that? All right, Daksh is arranging for us while we check whether or not we can get MNNIT's captain. And with that, we also have Heisenberg OP going on the chat. So Heisenberg,
Oh,
welcome
okay.
back to the stream, buddy.
Okay. Heisenberg OP is back in the chat. Like I did not expect that to come in today, but yeah, I like it.
Let's quickly see if we can get the captain of MNNIT coming in. With that, we have all the matches done for today, at least today, because we have all the three qualifiers happening tomorrow. It's going to be very intense. IIT Bombay, IIT Kanpur are in the same pool. Triple IT Delhi, BITS Pilani Goa, and VIT are in the same pool. And I don't remember the fixtures. I'm really bad with that, but let me quickly check. Uh, let me quickly check what are the pairings for tomorrow. And if you also forget the pairings, just like I did, you have to follow us on Instagram because that's where you get all the details of the upcoming matches. And we are now towards the conclusion of this tournament. It has been very intense. So we have IIT Bombay, BITS Pilani Hyderabad, IIT Kanpur, and IIT Madras playing tomorrow in the qualifiers one. Then we have Bitch Pilani, Delhi Technical University, VGTI, and let me tell you, I am Nubair is playing from VGTI tomorrow. And with that, we have Prakhar Jain joining us, the captain of MNNID, man. How are you doing, Prakhar?
Yeah, hi guys. Thank you for introduction. We are going doing good.
Man, you are not doing just good. You are doing amazing. What a performance by the team today. What happened today? What was this?
One thing to note that our main player was not playing.
Okay. So other teams in the semis, look out for MNNIT because there was still one player. The top player was not playing, and
Yeah,
MNNIT still qualified for this semis. Yeah, congratulations first of all. You're
thank
one
you.
of the few teams qualifying for the semis right now. How are you feeling, man? How is it?
Yeah, we are feeling great. It was not personally my performance not was not good as previous rounds, but our team was good today.
And everybody in the chat wants to talk about Ravi. Ravi performed brilliantly in the blitz category. Uh, who is this player? And where was he up until now?
Okay, Rabi is our second year guy.
Where where
So
where have you where had you hidden him so far?
actually, he started playing chess for a college this year only. In first year, he wasn't aware about the chess club, so he joined later.
Oh my God. So that is a player that you have to look out for in the MNIT team, especially in the Blitz category. And Abhi 2K14 playing brilliantly in the bullet section. Were
Yeah.
you, Prakhar, before coming into this pool, it was a very strong pool. Delhi
Yes.
University, IC Bangalore.
Yes. We were afraid of those teams, to be sure, to be in it.
No worries, man. No worries, Prakhar. Amazing gameplay today. Uh,
Thank you.
Congratulations, you're qualified for the semis. One step closer to the finals. Uh,
Thank you so much.
all the best. Just prepare well, and I think your team is going to crush it in the next round.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Prakhar. Thank you so much for joining us, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Okay.
So that was Prakhar Jain from MNNID Allahabad joining us. The team performed brilliantly there. Qualifier 3, they are on the second position. After Delhi University with 546 points in the bullet section, 305 points for MNNIT, and these two teams have now qualified tentatively for the semifinals. IIC Bangalore, a disappointing performance. I expected a lot more from them. 261 whopping points. IITs in Dhanbad with 253 points. And now for tomorrow, we have some special guests coming in. This is the man I've been trying to reach out personally to, and we will be streaming tomorrow with the director of India Chess.com. I am Rakesh Kulkarni. So Rakesh will be joining us tomorrow. There's also, I think, one more guy who is coming in tomorrow. I don't know if Harshit is joining us or not. I've not gotten a confirmation for Harshit so far, but there's a high chance that Harshit might also be joining us. Grandmaster, is he? Is he? I think Harshit is a grandmaster. Harshit Raja is he? Yeah. Harshit Raja is the 69th chess grandmaster, and that's the joke as well. So he might also be joining us tomorrow, and there's three quarterfinals that we'll be having tomorrow. So don't forget to tune in tomorrow. It's going to be very exciting because these matches are going to be very close, very intense, and everybody is going to look at them. So see you tomorrow at the same time. I think almost the same time. We'll let you know of the stream timings, but tomorrow is going to be really close by this. See you tomorrow, folks. Have a good night. Have a good time, and congratulations to Delhi University, MNIT Allahabad, for being the first semi-finalist of the season one of Chess Masters Premier League. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.